And Scott, can you take us through just your reaction to the chaos that was in the last few minutes, from being down to being back up, and then the last couple of plays? What were your thoughts on how it all finished up?
Well, just tough because they kept going on runs, and I felt I had to use my timeouts to try and slow their momentum and reorganize us. Used my last timeout to try and get a break for a couple guys because they had played a lot of minutes in a row, and didn't have any left to try and calm things down. So thought the guys did a pretty good job fighting back in it. Definitely wasn't the last 2 minutes that cost us the game.
When you look at the last play, the last shot you got off, Vic had 13 seconds still on the clock when he took the shot. Were you comfortable with him taking it then, or would you have liked it to have gone later and been the last shot of the game?
I mean, when you're down, I'm more apt to take a quicker shot, give yourself a chance to rebound or foul if you miss. Probably would have preferred he attacked and give himself a chance to get fouled, but I'm more worried about the defensive mistakes that we had throughout the course of the game.
So the run, you mentioned the runs that they got on, like they started really well, and then you get ahead at halftime, they charge back again. That's becoming the trend, isn't it, that you're unable to stop the big run-ons?
Basketball's a game of runs.
You've got Jesse sitting next to you. Can you talk me through the decision to start Jesse today and move Michael Frazier to the bench?
Yeah, I guess there's a lot of things go into it. Wanted to try and give Mike a new look, see if we can get him energized, get him going a little bit. Wanted to make sure we took care of our rebounding in the starting lineup to start the game. Didn't succeed in that. It was no one individual's fault, but fixed that up later in the game. And wanted to make sure we had some extra shooting out there. So, I mean, Jesse was 4 for 8 from 3, if I'm not mistaken. So, you know, that's all it was.
Feels like Michael's struggling for confidence at the moment. Would that be a correct statement?
You'd have to ask him, but a fair punt.
And just two more before I throw to Roy. With Nick Lloyd, he was off for an extended period after his shirt got ripped. Was he unable to return to the court during that period while you were looking for a jersey? Was he bloodied? Was there a reason why in the last quarter why he was off for so long?
I was looking for a seamstress.
Was he able to come back on at that point? He had to come back on with 32 on. Was he unavailable to be on the court at that stage? We obviously couldn't see it on TV.
Well, it was either get a seamstress or go skins, and I don't think we're allowed to play with no jerseys.
Roy.
Please continue, Roy.
Jesse, you've seen lots of different guards and different matchups for Bryce and in the recent years. But what do you make of the challenge that Jalen gave you guys tonight? And what did you make of seeing the way him and Bryce were sort of going at it out there?
Yeah, I mean, they're two very good players. Yeah, I mean, you look at their stat line. You know, guys like that are going to put up some pretty impressive numbers. But it's, you know, basketball's a team game, so you know, it takes a whole team to guard Bryce, it takes a whole team to guard Jalen. So, yeah.
Scott, you mentioned defensive things are a bit of a concern. Can you just outline some of the ones you're a bit concerned about from tonight?
Sure. Number one, transition. Gave up 2 layups to start the fourth quarter when we had guys that were able to get back and protect the rim and at least make the shot more difficult. We had a couple times where we had weak side guys not pulled in, got beat on the strong side and had no one there to help protect the rim. It sounds simple, but layups are the easiest shot in basketball. And I know back home I remember a coach saying, like in junior high, he coached junior high girls basketball. And he said, you know, if you just get more layups than the other team, you win. It's kind of the same in this league too, in any league. If you get more layups, you probably have a good chance of winning. Defensively, you should never give up a layup uncontested. So that's why I'm disappointed, because we gave them easy buckets. You got Adams hitting tough floaters, playing his ass off, hitting tough threes over our bigs' extended hands. You got Martin hitting tough shots down the stretch. Those guys are great players. They're going to get their buckets. You can't give them easy layups.
Yeah, I'm all good. Happy for Fraser to take over.
Thanks. Scott, just one question really. How did you find the Kings tonight compared to the last time you matched up with them? Obviously they've got Ian Clark now, but did you find the scout to be different coming into tonight, or was it pretty much the same game plan?
I guess when you play a team kind of back-to-back or relatively close together, usually the losing team has a better opportunity to make adjustments. We made a couple small ones, but at the end of the day, we just got to execute our system better defensively if we want to give ourselves a chance. Sydney's probably, I would argue, amongst the most talented, if not the most talented team in the league on paper. And adding a shooter like Clark, who comes in and hits 3 threes, including a big one in the fourth, that's tough to deal with. But at the end of the day, we had a chance to win and take away some of those layups. We win the game.
Last question, Craig.
Yeah, guys, can I get both your reactions to just the March 3 announcement by the government yesterday? We obviously haven't had a chance to speak to you guys since Mark McGowan announced the border would be opening earlier than what we thought. From your perspective, having been away for so long, what does that mean for you?
I think it means we get to go home, but until I get on that flight and set foot on that runway, I'm not going to be getting ahead of myself. We were teased before on February 5th, and we're hoping to get home. We're expecting to get home, but right now all we're worried about is Southeast Melbourne. That's our next game.